Harry Balls has a long pole. Harry Balls has a long pole by Guy Joseph Myron. Harry Balls has a long pole. Harry Balls has a very long pole. He was very proud of his long pole. He would rub oil on it all the time to keep it nice and smooth. On the top of his long pole, he had a big knob. He would rub and spit on it. He always kept it nice and shiny. He would go around the neighborhood showing off his long pole. People were amazed to see such a long pole. They would ask if they could feel his long pole. She's like, nice work, Harry. They would rub it and spit on it to make it even smoother. One day, Miss Pussy Willow called Harry Balls and asked him to bring his long pole to check out her hole. Harry rushed over, all excited. After all, Harry loved to stick his pole in a hole. Miss Pussy Willow showed Harry her big hole. Oh my, that's a big hole, Harry said. Miss Pussy Willow asked Harry, "Can you stick your long pole in my hole to see if it will fit all the way in?" Harry said, "I will try, but I need to make everything smoother. After all, I don't want my pole to get stuck in your hole." "Let me help," Miss Pussy Willow said while grabbing Harry's long pole. She spat on the knob and rubbed it to make it nice and slippery. The spit coming out is hilarious to me. Harry was very pleased with that. It made his pole even harder. When did we talk about it being hard? Did that ever even happen? But to make sure, he spat on Miss Pussy Willow's hole. After all, he didn't want his long pole to get stuck in her hole. Harry started shoving his long pole in Miss Pussy Willow's hole. Harry kept spitting on it to keep it wet. Listen, if you gotta keep spitting on it to keep it wet, you got a little bit of training to do, Harry. In and out he went, until he reached the end. Then Miss Pussy Willow's hole started trembling and got very wet. Harry pulled out quickly, not wanting to get his long pole too wet. After all, he didn't want it to get too soft. Miss Pussy Willow was very pleased that it fit. She thanked Harry Balls with a great big kiss on the knob of his long pole. And that, my friend, is the story of Harry Balls and his adventure with his neighbor, Miss Pussy Willow.